He's the Son of Man. He has a father, an earthly father that brought him into existence here on this earth. That's why he's called the Son of Man. And his voice was like the roar of many waters. And he held in his right hand 7 stars. The 7 stars. The congregations. The congregations. The 7 congregations. They are the stars. And a sharp double-edged sword came from his mouth. The sword of truth, cutting both ways. He speaks the truth, and it cuts like a sword. Can you imagine that? Coming from your mouth. Hey, the sword of truth. So have we identified this 7th angel? I'm sure we have by now. I don't want to read all of that, but that's Revelation 1 verse 15. From 14, 15, 16. His face was like the sun, shining at its brightness. He brought the glory of his Father, and his face shone like the sun. So it's the same. Let's go back to the chapter 10. I'm only getting up to verse 3 here. You understand this up to now, how the 7th angel is? It's so much similar. Then he cried out in a loud voice like the roar of a lion. And when he cried out, the 7 thunders sounded their voices. When the 7 thunders had spoken, I was about to put it in writing, but I heard a voice from heaven saying, seal up what the 7 thunders have said, and do not write it down. Then the angel I had seen standing on the sea and on the land lifted up his right hand to heaven. He lifted up his right hand to heaven. And he swore by him who lives forever and ever. Who's that? Yahweh, who created the heaven and everything in it, the earth and everything in it, and the sea and everything in it. There will be no more delay, but in the days of the voice of the 7th angel, when he is about to sound his trumpet, the mystery of God will be fulfilled, just as he proclaimed to his servants, the prophets. When Yeshua was here, he proclaimed these things to the servants, the prophets. And today, he's here right on this earth, doing exactly the same. Exactly the same. So verse 7, I'll read it again. But in the days of the voice of the 7th angel, when he is about to sound his trumpet. It hasn't been sounded yet. I haven't read it yet. We're not up to the seventh trumpet yet. It's just saying when he's about to do it, the mystery of God will be fulfilled, just as he proclaimed to his servants, the prophets. Then the voice that I heard from heaven spoke to me again, saying, Go, take the small scroll that lies open in the hand of the angel standing on the sea and on the land. So here we are, the John class. It is a John class who take, the angel has already taken the scroll out of his father's hands. He's opened the seals, only he can open it. And now, the John class, this is what happens. I'll read it again. Then the voice that I heard from heaven spoke again to me. Go take the small scroll that lies open, it's open now, in the hand of the angel, standing on the sea and on the land. He now invites you, the John class, to come and look at the scroll with him. Only he could take it and open the seals. And now, John class, the John class, are now interested and want to say what's in the scroll. And I went to the angel and said, Give me the small scroll. You prophets, come, ask. Give me the scroll. What's the answer? Take it and eat it. Not eat the scroll. It means study it. Study the scroll. It will make your stomach bitter, but in your mouth it'll be sweet as honey. Be prepared. And now the invitation has been opened to all you John class. Listen to what's been said. Now the scroll is open to you. Take it out of the hand. Study it. So I took the small scroll from the angel's hand and ate it. And it was sweet as honey in my mouth. But when I had eaten it, my stomach turned bitter. And they told me, you must prophesy again about my people, many peoples and nations and tongues and kings. The end is not yet. The timing, we're only up to the sixth trumpet, the sixth angel. Now the scroll has been taken out of Father's hands and it's been opened. I have opened it. It's my Father's blessing. Only. There is much to find out right now. You prophets, study this now and it will be open to you. What do you think? You've got to get your feet wet, you know. Yeshua puts his feet in the sea and on the land, representing what? A grounding. The plus and the minus, a grounding. Also, what are these representing? Water. Water signs. Earth. I am a Cancer. Cancer sign. I put my feet. I tell you what. Let's go into this. Talk about feet. Putting your feet in to the water. Let me show you this. I'm going to take you back to a time when Joshua and the nation of Israel are about to enter the promised land. But it wasn't going to be easy. There was a big, massive river that prevented them from getting over into the promised land. A raging river. The River Jordan. Now, don't get me wrong, because the River Jordan now is not the way it used to be in Yeshua's day. And especially in the rainy season, it used to flood its banks. But now the water has been taken by the farmers. There's very precious water in that country. So there's very little water runs through the Jordan now. But originally, it was quite wide, especially in the rainy seasons. Let me take you to this. I'm going to put this over my legs because it's a bit chilly. Are you ready? I'm going to read to you something about getting your feet wet. Right? Getting your feet wet. Are you prepared to get your feet wet? What does it mean to get your feet wet? Yeshua's got 1 foot in the sea, or the water, and 1 foot on the land. So whatever he is affecting, he walks, as we've said, we identified his legs and his feet and who it was. Crossing the Jordan, Joshua 3. Listen to this. It's quite an interesting story. You remember the Red Sea parted. This Red Sea parting was a different occasion. This here is not that occasion. Don't get mixed up between the parting of the Red Sea and the Jordan River. They're two different stories, but very similar. Yeah? Because it was Joshua who was privileged to go into the promised land. The others, they lived in the wilderness for 40 years because they just didn't believe. They were very doubtful. So the next generation would be privileged, the sons and the daughters would be privileged to go into the promised land. We are now entering the period of entering the promised land. But there's a big massive river. A big massive river stopping us getting over there into the promised land. Did you realise that? And the river represents something. Yeah. The river can represent flash floods of wicked men rivers that prevent you from progressing. Early the next morning, Joshua got up and left Shittim. And all the Israelites, they went as far as the Jordan, while they camped before crossing over. After 3 days, the officers went through the camp and commanded the people, when you see the Ark of the Covenant of the Lord your God being carried by the Levitical priests, you are to set out from your position and follow it. So here they are, the Levitical priests, representing the 144,000, the priests, the kings and priests, who set the way. Okay? Listen. When you see the Ark of the Covenant of the Lord, your God, being carried by the Levitical priests, you are to set out from your position and follow it. Go keep a distance of about 2,000 cubits between yourselves and the Ark. Do not go near it, so that you can see the way to go, since you have never travelled this way before. Then Joshua took the people, consecrate yourselves, for tomorrow the Lord will do wonders among you. And he said to the priests, take the Ark of the Covenant and go ahead of the people. So they carried the Ark of the Covenant and went ahead of them. And when the Ark of the Covenant, remember, the Ark of the Covenant represented the temple, our temple, because inside was the tablets of stone, Aaron's rod, and the manna. Yeah? In our day, the 2 tablets of stone, it's the tablets of stone, our hearts, our Father's laws written on our hearts. Yes, the Torah is important, but something greater is here. It is wrote on the tablets of our heart. Aaron's rod, likened to the spine, being ignited, blossoming, and bringing us to life. We have the manna, the hidden manna, which is our Father's Spirit, that ignites us and feeds us. We are the tabernacle. We are the covenant. We are the golden. You get it? And Joshua told the people, consecrate yourselves, for tomorrow the Lord will do wonders among you. And he said to the priests, take the Ark of the Covenant, this golden ark, on poles, right? There'll be 2 at the front, 2 at the back, and the Levitical priests with them. So they carried the Ark of the Covenant and it went ahead of them. This is the Israelites behind. Now the Lord said to Joshua, today I will begin to exalt you in the sight of all Israel, so that they may know that I am with you, just as I was with Moses. Command the priests carrying the Ark of the Covenant, when you reach the edge of the waters, stand in the Jordan. So here they are, to stand in the Jordan River It is a torrent river. Who's going to stand in a torrent river? Huh? Who's going to stand in the torrent water? So Joshua told the Israelites, come here and listen to the words of the Lord your God. He continued, this is how you will know that the living God is among you, and that he will surely drive out before you the Canaanites, the Hittites, the Hivites, the Perizzites, the Gergesites, the Amorites, the Jebusites. Behold, the ark of the covenant of the Lord of all the earth will go ahead of you into the Jordan. So we've had all these people who were possessing the promised land. Have no fear. Now choose 12 men from the tribes of Israel, one from each tribe. 12. The 12 zodiac signs, the 12 apostles. It is the same. When the feet of the priests who carry the ark of the Lord, so the feet of the priests, the Lord of all the earth, touched down in the waters of the Jordan, its flowing waters will be cut off and will stand up in a heap. Another miraculous event is about to occur, but they have to get their feet wet. And who has to get their feet wet first? Not the Israelites. The priests, the Levitical priests, have the responsibility to put their feet in the Jordan River. And it's frightening. Will you have faith? Will you have faith? Will you trust in my Father to put your feet in the Jordan River? Not literally. No. What does it mean? There are many obstacles. You may feel, how could I do this? How could I do this? There is a job to do. My Father reveals to you what your job is. You have to set the lead. You, brothers and sisters, who are the anointed, who are the kings and priests, who are in a covenant of the new kingdom, this kingdom that Yeshua spoke of and celebrated on Nisan the 14th. The bread and the wine. So when the people broke camp to cross the Jordan, the priests carrying the ark of the covenant ahead of them. Now the Jordan overflows its banks throughout the harvest season, as I said. But as soon as the priests carrying the ark reached the Jordan and their feet touched the water's edge, so it was just the water's edge, the flowing water stood still. It backed up. It backed up as far upstream as Adam, a city in the area of Zarephath, while the waters flowing towards the sea of Arabah, that's the Salt Sea, the Dead Sea, because the Jordan River flows into the Dead Sea. It was completely cut off. There was no water flowing. So the people crossing over were the opposite, Jericho. The priests carrying the Ark of the Covenant of the Lord stood firm on dry ground in the middle of the Jordan, while all Israel crossed over the dry ground until they nation had crossed the Jordan. Until the entire nation had crossed the Jordan. So here they are. The entire nation has crossed the Jordan, this river that stopped them from going into the promised land. We are to do that. And all these rivers of opposing forces, we have to get our feet wet and not be afraid. And you'll see it back up. You'll see a miracle happen. You 144,000, you anointed ones, you rainbow warriors of light, you chosen ones. Stand strong. Know for sure that the Creator of the heavens and the earth will back us up. Do not fear. When the whole nation had, I'm going to go into Joshua 4 now, and I'll wind it up. When the whole nation had finished crossing the Jordan, the Lord said to Joshua, choose 12 men from among the people, one from each tribe. Isn't it similar? Yeshua chose 12 of his disciples. Yeah, that represented the 12 nations, the 12 tribes, the 12 zodiac signs. Take up for yourselves 12 stones from the middle of the Jordan where the priests were standing. Carry them with you and set them down in a place where you spend the night. So now they've crossed over. The priests now are out of the middle of the Jordan River. They've been told to get 12 stones, carry these 12 stones on their shoulders. Here they go. Why? Why do they have to get 12 stones? Representing what is the stones? The stones will cry out as a witness. So Joshua summoned the 12 men he had appointed from the Israelites, one from each tribe, and said to them, cross over before the ark of the Lord your God into the middle of the Jordan. Each of you is to take a stone upon his shoulder according to the number of the tribe of Israel, to serve as a sign among you. In the future, when your children ask, what do these stones mean to you? You ought to tell them, the waters of the Jordan were cut off before the ark of the covenant of the Lord. When it crossed the Jordan, the waters were cut off. Therefore these stones will be a memorial to the Israelites forever. John the Baptist, when he was talking to the scribes and Pharisees, he pointed to that as he was baptizing in the Jordan. He said, there's your witness. The 12 stones. The 12 stones. It is the 144,000 in total.